But let's get to it. What's up? This is At the End of the Day podcast. I'm your host, Coach Zeno, man. As always, I want to tell you guys to like and subscribe. Well, yeah, camera right there. I'm going to get all of them. Like and subscribe. That helps us. In the algorithm. That helps. So we need all the support we can, man. Don't just view us. Go ahead and like and subscribe us too at the same time. And as always, I always let my guys introduce themselves. I'm going to start from the left, and we're going to work our way to the right. What you got for me?
Yo, it's Coach Tom, Play to Win Fitness. Glory be to God. Herm Clark, stand up. Just happy to be back. Happy to be back. Happy to be here, y'all.
Happy to have you, bro.
Y'all, welcome. I'm happy to be back.
That's what's up.
Damon Bethay, Temple Fitness. Glad to be here, man. For another.
Yes, sir. Glad to have you.
Yours truly, Chakeem the Dream, Southside Chuck, the original Southside holder. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Mo City representing.
Mo City stand up.
Every day,
all day. All day, man. Man, it's always a blessing. It's always for us to come together and have this fellowship and have this monologue. And the great thing about us is it's like we all got different views and perspectives on these topics that we talk about and discuss, man. And so it's always good to just hear a battle of the minds, man. And you know, as always, man, we're trying to push the needle as a culture, as a race, man, but as a people, man. We're just trying to push the culture and be more informative, give out some good game, you know, and that's what we hear about, peeps, okay? So first and foremost, you know, I hate to sound so cliche-ish, but, you know, we done had some real pivotal losses. I've lost my cousin. You know what I'm saying? My boy Chuck, he lost his uncle. He's lost two other loved ones and friends. Tom's lost a friend from suicide, man. That's sad and heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying? Damon, have you had any loss?
Lost two uncles in the last 2 months, and I just went to a funeral last weekend.
Wow, man. It's a lot going on. First and foremost, before we even honor the falling of some of the celebrities that we'll say outside of our peoples, you know what I'm saying, man? Well, I want to say to you guys, man, I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? I want to say that first and foremost because, as you say, things is happening a lot fast, man. Tomorrow is not promised. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that might be the subtitle of our podcast. You know, at the end of the day, tomorrow's not promised. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel it each and every time that we get together and we meet, it's almost like church. It's almost like communion, man. And so just honor and remember some of the fallen people. But one of the more pivotal, impactful people in the culture, man, that we grew up and we lost him just this past weekend was Malcolm Jamal Warner. He died at the age of 54. He died in Costa Rica in a drowning accident. Him and his daughter, both of them was really caught in the wave at sea. Some surfers seen them. They were able to save the daughter. They couldn't save Malcolm in time. They tried to give him CPR for 45 minutes, but he never was able to be revived. So R.I.P. to him, man. And you know, out of all of these celebrity losses that we had of recently, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I felt this one. Like this is somebody I knew. I mean, how y'all feel about Malcolm Jamal Warner passing at 54?
It's a tough loss, man. It's a culture icon. You know, I know he grew up with a lot of folks with Cosby's. What else he did? I know he was on with Key and Peele. I seen the clips with Key and Peele.
Remember him and Eddie. Malcolm and Eddie. That was one of my joints too.
That was my shit. You know what I'm saying? That was my shit.
But man, just even hearing the story, just
sad, bro.
Yeah, man, him trying to save his daughter, and they in, I guess, a riptide or whatever. But it's unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
You know, condolences to the family. You know, and then another little one without their father. You know, it's tough. It's tough, especially with what I've been dealing with. You know, my close friend. He's leaving. You know, he left about 5-6 kids behind. You know.
Wow.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, man.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but anybody else, on that topic.
Deep. Oh, you got a Chuck. I know you was a Cosby kid. I was a Cosby kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you, fool. The first Cosby episode I ever saw when it was in its actual season going on was the very last episode. I didn't watch you got to remember, fool, like I was born in 85, so I didn't really catch the Cosby Show like that. You know what I'm saying? I was a young nigga, so by the time I caught on to the Cosby Show, it was literally the last episode when Malcolm Jamal Warner was graduating from college, and they had the reflection, and I remember vividly because I was at my cousin Kyle, R.I.P. You know what I'm saying? You probably remember he went to Huntington, Kyle Brown. You know what I'm saying? That was my cousin.
Your cousin?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He got murdered my senior year in high school. You know what I'm saying? Found that
Didn't
nigga.
he go to Brockett Elementary for a little stint?
Man, I think he just went to Hunters Glen, then went to Mo City, then he moved out there to 3rd Ward.
Okay.
And then, you know.
R.I.P. Kyle, man.
But yeah, man, I remember being at that nigga house. That was the first time I actually saw the Cosby Show. And it's funny that we talking about it now because, you know, I had watched the Cosby Show here because, you know, when I think about the iconic TV shows, I was always, you know.
Family Matters.
I was Martin first. Fresh Prince.
Okay. You in the 90s.
Family Matters. Because, you know, a few of them Family Matters episodes didn't age well. I thought they left the Transformation Chamber on there too long. You know what I'm saying? It started to get corny. You know, it started to get corny. Yeah. I was like, come on, man. Now y'all getting this Transformation Chamber going back to the Viking days. My nigga, like, get the fuck out of here with that whole ass shit. You feel me? But back to what we was talking about, you know, to give Malcolm Jamal Warner the respect he deserved. Because I ain't gonna lie, and it just shows you how a name sticks with you. You know what I'm saying? Because when they said Malcolm Jamal Warner, I was like, you mean Theo? You know what I'm talking about? Like, the nigga name is Malcolm Jamal Warner, but we were so stuck on that character. And the thing about it is, I really didn't start, you know, when you finally start binge watching and all that, I really started watching the Cosby Show really over the last 3-4 years. I actually started like from the first season all the way. I was like, damn, you know, you heard the stories about the show being iconic and all that. You know, you saw an episode here and there, but I'm talking about as a watch you go to season 1 and then go to season 2. I'm like, nah, man, Bill Cosby was in his bag. You feel me?
Yeah, he was.
Theo and Malcolm Jamal Warner, you know, did an excellent job at his role. You know what I'm saying?
Young black
and
male.
just literally to watch him grow up from that 14-year-old kid that didn't really give a fuck about his grades, didn't want to do no homework and all that type of stuff, to graduating from college, overcoming his dyslexia, just being a real stand-up nigga. You feel me? And then when I really got on to Malcolm Jamal Warner, like y'all was talking about, like Malcolm and Eddie, that was my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Eddie Griffin.
Now that's when I was like, nah, this nigga funny. This is a great show.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that was more of an iconic role for me growing up. I related more to Malcolm and Eddie than I did to the Cosby Show. Even though Cosby Show was the more iconic show on the scale. But Malcolm and Eddie wasn't no slouch. You feel me? So when I heard about it, it did catch me off guard, you know, and I was like, God damn, you know. But like they say, man, the game go on, man. And I just hate to hear that for him. You know, he had an 8-year-old daughter. You know, he trying to, you know, they was just on vacation doing their thing.
Family thing.
And it was just sad to hear. And then for him, because I've always had this thing in my mind, like, you know, the bullshit with Bill Cosby, it got dropped. People don't like to say that, but it got dropped. His record's been expunged. You know what I'm saying? I was like, there might be an outside chance we might can get a reboot. You know, because all the kids were still alive. Everybody, he's literally the first one. The grandparents. You know, but I'm talking about Bill, Felicia Rashad, all the kids were literally still alive. I was like, you know, it's an outside chance. But now that this happened, it's kind of like, damn, you know, there go my little pipe dream down the drain, you know what I'm saying? But he will be missed. His legacy will live on. Like I said, proud black character on TV, you know what I'm saying? And rest well, King.
D, talk to us, man.
Man, I'm probably going to age myself. I remember him with the, back in the day with the shag, then he switched to the high top fade. Then he had the low fade with the 2 parts, and it just watching that dude evolve through his career, through his life. It kind of goes back to like when I started saying this years ago when my grandmother died. You know, I used to ask God, man, why are you taking the lights from me? You know, this dude and quite a few other people who had passed away recently, it's just like, why not take some of these, you know, deplorable folks on the planet? His cat got a little baby girl and his wife, and they sitting there going through this, so they gonna have to go through some, you know, some therapy and trauma and all that, and you know, it's just to know what this guy did for our culture and know what he put in his life on this planet is just like, I honestly, when I saw that I guess you texted to me, I thought it was AI fucking with us.
For real?
Honestly, because there's so much dumb shit. There's so much dumb shit being put out, and until you really just know. And it was late at night. But the thing I will attribute also with the Malcolm and Eddie show was another stand-up show that basically it was about us and how we function.
Another depiction.
So those shows, his life, I mean, you can't ask for a better person that, especially in that industry, to come out of it unscathed and from a child actor.
That's hard. That's hard. That's hard.
If you look at the other the younger kids, they came out Raven Simone, something. He's like, he kept to himself. He kept to his word as being a good, solid black man. Period.
And even when I realized how much of a real nigga he was, I'm sorry, whether it's the popular opinion or not, during the time when Bill Cosby was going through what he was going through, whether you knew what was true or not at the time, Malcolm stayed 10 toes down. He never let nobody sandbag him in no interviews. He stood up. He was like, man, that's not the man I know. He been this, that, and the third. And he never wavered. He always stayed solid. He always stayed down. He never let nobody disrespect him. Still to this day, he still called him Mr. Cosby. You know what I'm saying? And I really admired that because most people would have
turned their back.
And I mean, I can't say whether I agree with it or not, but due to the situation, it was like, man, you got all this going on, bro. I kind of can't be around that. But Malcolm was like, nah, man, I know this dude. He stayed down with him, man, and even through it all. And then when Bill Cosby was finally vindicated, nobody ever, tried to talk bad about Malcolm and none of that, man. He was just a man of principle, and he stood on that shit. And like I say, man, we done pretty much said everything we could say about the brother, but I just want to throw that tidbit out there because that just showed me another strength of character, man. When your people are at their lowest, man, it's easy to turn your back, but are you willing to go through the fire with them? I'm not saying you have to, but the fact that he was willing to go through it and stand tall on it and, see it through with that dude, man, it just showed me, it made me respect that nigga a lot more. I'll just say that.
That's real. Also, too, some other people that we lost. We lost Ozzy Osbourne. I remember him. He was a little quirky, watching some of the shows. I didn't really follow the music. I was never in the rock and roll, but I remember on the reality shows, he was pretty funny or whatnot. I just know that he lived a hell of a life. He lived a hell of a life. And then also, too, Hulk Hogan has passed away. You know what I'm saying?
That caused so much fucking controversy.
And this is what we finna get to. And this is what we finna get to. And just even talking about Bill Cosby. Me and Tom, we was having this conversation earlier, and we was just talking about, like, when can we separate the person from their talent and their gift? Like, the gift that God has given them was given to them for us. And it's like, we get to a point in time now to where it's like, especially in death, like, let's just respect the man dying and let's just try to see the good in him. I just feel like a lot of times, even though America is supposed to be, the country of second chances, I just feel like with some people, especially a lot of black celebrities and black entertainers or whatnot, we don't get that same second opportunity, a second chance. You know what I'm saying?
No, we get the second chance. It's just the first chance be so fucked up, and they got to drag you through it to the point to where you got to damn near beg them hoes or make it look like, okay, we done put them through enough. Let's go ahead and give them a second chance. Now, but by that time, to your point, for most of us, hell, the damage is already done. I'm going to always be known for this.
Yeah.
I can never get my name back. One thing my old man used to always tell me growing up, bro, everybody dad got something. Everybody parents said something that always stuck with him. My dad was like, man, you a Woodson. That's my name, and it's clean. When you walk out the house and come back, I need it just as clean as it was when you left.
Amen.
Don't put no dirt on my name out here doing no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I always admired and respected that, man. But Damn.
What about you? Like I know a lot of times. I know sometimes we might be having at the gym. R. Kelly might play up on the playlist, and a lot of you can't listen to that. You
why the
can't
fuck
listen.
not?
You know, I'm just like,
why the fuck not?
I'm just like,
because you know how I feel about that, bro. If you were still listening to R. Kelly after the Leah tape, I don't give a fuck about none of your. I mean, after the sex tape, I really don't give a fuck about none of your opinions. Because that my thing is, whatever that Lifetime documentary was about, I never watched it, but from what I heard, whatever was on that documentary, it ain't worse than the accusations that was going on when we was growing up, and you still listen to that nigga then. Yeah. So I really don't care about how you feel about him musically, because even though what he did was whatever he was accused of on that documentary, him marrying a 15-year-old was worse, but you still listen to the nigga.
Yeah.
Him allegedly being on that tape was disgusting. But as soon as the thing R. Kelly had the advantage of, he could always come out with a song to make us forget about the bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
You're only as good as your last paper. You're only as good as your last one.
But you know, after that Lifetime documentary, the hits was dry. He didn't have a song to get him out of trouble, man. You know, when he got in trouble in the 90s, he came out with the self-titled album. Then he came out with I Believe I Can Fly. So he was like,
he redeemed himself.
He like, you know what? Shit, man, look, man, it is. You made this excuse. That's just how I go down in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Even though it wasn't right. Yep. And then when the tape came out, he was like, man, let me get these niggas Chocolate Factory. And I saw that at every wedding from, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody's stepping in the name of love.
He was always able to get you out of trouble with his music. So when people start talking about him now, it's kind of like
hypocritical.
But because y'all been on that, because even at his best is when the accusations was at their worst, but y'all was still listening to him. Mm-hmm. And that's the only thing I say about that. It's not if he did or did what he did or didn't do or nothing like that. It's just, I'm not finna quit listening to the music because of that.
Yeah. Coach, we was talking about it earlier at the house today, and we was just talking about, this disparity, and like when something bad happens against somebody, you don't want to even have anything to do with the good that person done. Yeah. Like, talk to the people and let us know, like, what was your thought?
I don't even need to be like that because, I mean, for centuries, it's been a lot of influential people who've done great things, but yet we still question their personal life on certain things. But they're still, but they still did what they did,
Yeah.
So why we can't be like that in general with everybody? Like, just because you did something bad, you still got to do your crime, do what you need to do because you did it bad, but I'm not going to take away from your talent. Yeah. You still did that. You still had us going. You still whatever. But but you got to get that straight. You got to get that corrected.
Yeah, but I just feel like black entertainers get it harsher. Like, even when we talked about Ben Roethlisberger, you know what I'm saying? Like, he still has an upright name. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is a treasure as far as football and sports and entertainment for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Probably going to be a First Ballot Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like sometimes for us, with our people, we don't separate. Like, we are hardest critics. Black people are our hardest critics. Like, you know what I'm saying?
We were taught that.
Talk to me. Expound on that, D, for me. Expound on that.
You brought up Ben Roethlisberger,
Speak to the mic a little bit.
You brought up Ben, and the complexion is what they have. The propaganda is what they have. They have the media machine. They have, that dude over there, he's Cosby, OJ, and I don't give a shit what nobody's saying. My dad played against OJ, played with him in the Pro Bowl. Ain't nobody finna tell me that man went in and killed 2 motherfucking grown-ass people.
Oh, boy, it was a black belt.
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm still tripping on that. But we talking about that.
Bro, because I agree 1,000%, bro. You will never make me believe that nigga did it. I don't give a fuck who get mad, bro.
Nobody put
you will never make me.
Okay, how good of an athlete
you will never make me believe that shit, bro. That nigga was 48 years old. You trying to first of all, so really, if he did, that's an indictment on Ronald Goldman. How you a black belt and you let this old nigga beat your ass? So that's the motherfucker we really need to be looking at. You know what I'm saying?
You dropped the ball.
No.
They have, whether it's entertainment, whether it's intellectual property, whatever, any chink in their minds that they can put on us, they blow it out of proportion. Go back to the OJ deal. How much coverage did they have on him and Al Collins in that fucking Bronco?
There's a lot of footage on them.
Man, I've been wanting to buy a Ford Bronco when the new ones came out. But I thought about it, I was like, fuck Ford. I don't like Ford. But I was going to put on my license plate the juice. Just to fuck with people. Because it's silly. It's
still fucked up the NBA
way out of hand with the shit that they got going on. But I think that asshole that's up in the White House for bringing the rest of them out in the open.
You feel like a leader like Donald Trump made white America feel more comfortable to be who they are or say what they want to say? Okay.
I'd rather you be.
I hear that.
I've always said, because going from here, Lamar High School predominantly white, but all the black athletes were brought there to play whatever sport, to going to South Carolina State University and going to an all-black college. I've always looked at it like, damn, this shit is really fucked up out here. How the aspect of niggas can only run, jump, throw a ball, whatever. But when it comes to intellectual, aspects, when it comes to spirituality, every facet of life, they are deficient in. Every evil bigot. Because it's evil bigots that look like us.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And I've always said this, I'd rather they be out in the open now, because at the end of the day, I know what I'm dealing with.
Yeah. And
I always also said, I'll do worse to an evil black bigot than what I do to a white man.
Hey, I heard what you saying right there. I heard that. I was training one of my clients. He was a white man, and I was training him. He was like, Zeno, he was like, the East Coast way more racist than the South. I'm like, what you mean? Racism just deep in the South? He's like, no, it ain't. He's like, see, in the South, they hide it. He said in the East Coast, they let you know straight up how they feel. And so just hearing that and then hearing you saying, I'm like, okay. That make a lot of sense. If you feel froggy, you'll jump. You know what I'm saying? Man. So you don't think so? You think it's the opposite. You think it's the opposite. It's more racism in the South than the North.
It's always been.
We could just look at it from a historical standpoint.
I was gonna get to that.
Just because the location of where it happened from, but you know what I'm saying?
In the South, it's even more
colored. But that's what predominantly all the black people are at in the South.
I'll say he needs to reverse that.
You think so? You think
it's more concealed up there?
It's more concealed up there.
This.
We still got towns down here. Your black ass better not go.
Fighter.
You know what I'm saying?
And they not stop for gas and
let it be known. This ain't like, some of them places in Brooklyn where, all the Italians are this, that, and the third. We get it like that. But, it's kind of like we kind of just know not. But no, these towns still let you know. Okay. Like what it is.
So you feel like it's more hidden in the East Coast. Maybe that's what he said. Maybe
I don't know if it's necessarily hidden. I just think, man, look. Think about this Mississippi, Alabama, Kentucky. Do I need to keep going, bro?
I think it's a global scale, really, honestly, me.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Now, if you want to talk about like the police brutality and the corruption and all on that side of the game up there, then I can't argue with you. But just the flat out historical, just the deep-seated racism in this country, it's all predicated in the South.
But to piggyback, not making no excuse or not saying that you're wrong or I'm right, you got to realize in the early days, that's what majority of the black people was at in the South. So you ain't going to have no racism if there ain't a lot of black people out there. You know what I'm saying? Up north, it wasn't a lot of black people. And then as over time progressed and once everything started opening up and you have the, people start migrating and going to the East Coast and the West Coast and like that. But you like right now, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think it's racism everywhere, right? Mm-hmm. But I just feel like the reason why we relate to it more in the South because it's just more black people in the South. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm gonna hit you this. So I told you I went to school in South Carolina. It wasn't until I went to the Capitol one first time, Columbia.
Okay.
That I was kind of walking around, just figuring shit out, learning the area, learning more. Then I look up at the top of the State House. And I see the fucking Confederate flag flying high in the sky. They didn't remove that shit until 2015. It's 10 years ago.
Wow.
So the South has always been blatant.
Yeah.
And anytime, it's funny, I recently met, on vacation, I met it was a couple with us. The dude's wife, young chick, she from, I guess, what'd she say? Either Meridian or someplace outside of Meridian, Mississippi. We were talking about Big Crit or whatever.
Okay.
And we were chopping it up, and I just stopped the conversation. I said, ma'am, I want to congratulate you. She was like, what? For getting the fuck out of Mississippi.
For real.
I hated driving through there. I hate even everything about that place.
Yeah.
It's just, along with the rest of them, but that particular state, and then you got that Brett Favre shit not too long ago. And that just proved yet again.
Once again, yeah.
They ain't gonna never
that
change.
That makes me ask a question. As black men, would y'all ever want to stay somewhere that says plantation?
I know
I'm
what you're
just saying.
getting at.
I don't know. I just
I know what
always
you're getting
been.
at.
It's been on my mind forever.
Not at all. That's why I never moved into Sienna Plantation.
Shout out to Sugar Land.
I had looked into Sienna before. I don't know if it was the plantation place. I had looked at some houses.
I always felt a type of way about that.
That word.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. But hey, R.I.P. to everyone that's passed, all the fallen.
We never even mentioned Hulk Hogan, and that's what this was all.
We just did. We did talk about.
No, I'm just talking about as far as like how they was acting. You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't he a bigot before he left?
He just said what I feel like. No disrespect, Jay. He just said what I think. How all white people speak when they amongst their own, when they at the crib. That's why I made that post yesterday. I was like, boy, they lucky they never heard my mama views on interracial marriage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro, like I'm just keeping it a buck, fool. I think when people are amongst their own, they more comfortable and they talk to how they talk,
For sure.
Don't send me don't give me no video of what you heard some white man said in the confines of his crib recorded, bro. He got the right to say whatever the fuck he want. Yeah. I've always been like this. You can say whatever you want to amongst your people, white people. Long as you ain't stopping me from getting my paper because I'm black, long as you ain't stopping me from making a move or doing something else because I'm black, that's one thing. But you just being at the house is like, oh man, dang, you know, let's just say a white teacher, for example, having to work in the hood, you know, be getting fucked with that. Would you really be mad if he came up and be like, oh, fuck those niggas, get on my goddamn nerves, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be mad at him. I'm like, you know what, them niggas get on my nerves too, sir, you know what I'm saying? Real talk. But now if he's just saying, I'm gonna fail this kid because he's black, or I'm gonna make sure he don't get this. I'm gonna hide the scholarship on his grant letter because he's black. Yeah, now we got an issue with that. But him just saying, shit, I don't want my daughter, man. Man, look, a lot of people don't want their people mixing in the marriages, bro.
Yeah,
that's how a lot of people feel. Hispanic, Asian. It ain't gonna be shit. Trust me, fool. When that Asian woman brought that first black boy home, you bring nigga here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure that's the conversation that was being had.
Yeah,
you feel me? Like that's just how it is, bro. People just try to act like this don't really be happening. But at the end of the day, I'm not saying. I wouldn't persuade these. If you don't want to fuck with alcohol because of that, that's your business. But hold on, if I made a post saying RP brother, don't call me no fucking coon. Bro. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Hey, you're right.
I would say so good because, you know, I watched wrestling growing up. You know, I seen, you know, I didn't really get that time, but, you know, I'm more the attitude era. You know, Stone Cold, Rock and all that.
Yeah, The Rock.
You know, I'm more around that era.
The Rock is the GOAT, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. I like Stone Cold, too. Don't sleep on Stone Cold.
I'm a Stone Cold fan.
That's like the LeBron and Michael argument, you know what I'm saying? For our era. Now y'all probably Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, Andre the Giant. That's y'all era. But my era, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, see, that's before my time. Okay. But The Rock, Stone Cold, Rikishi fat ass, you know what I'm saying? Triple H, that's my Chris Jericho. That's my area. How many niggas got in trouble for doing this in school? Bye.
Football tackle. Take that. No Diddy.
Oh, no, I ain't gonna lie, boy. I would have beat your ass. Somebody did. But football field was wild. But I done seen some worse shit than that. That's not.
We're not gonna talk about locker room talk. We're not gonna talk about locker room talk. Let's move it along. But like we want to say, prayers and condolences to the people that's lost, to their families. You know what I'm saying? We just praying through this time, through this season, man. And shout out to my boy T. He on the road. His uncle passed away, man. Shout out to Terrell, man. He'll be back with us soon.
Hey, that repass food be good than the motherfucker, bro.
Man, I don't be hungry.
Shit, why the fuck not?
I be grieving. I don't be hungry. I can't eat when I'm sad.
It's two things I know. It's two things I know that can solve grieving. One is food.
We know what the other one is.
And you know what the other one is. You know I don't give a damn how sad you are.
You right. All right, come on. You know what I'm saying? Now.
Grieving pumps.
Grieving pumps. Hey,
I like that one.
Moving forward. We coming into fall is almost among us, and we know that love is in the air. Love is in the air, and so one of the big topics in the news right now is Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson is dating, and Shaquille O'Neal and Mike Tyson was on the podcast, and he had these thoughts, and I'm gonna play this clip real quick for you.
It is Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion.
Who's Klay Thompson, though?
He plays basketball. He was on the Warriors. He's one of the greatest shooters of all time. He's now on the Dallas Mavericks.
Really?
And he's with Megan Thee Stallion.
That nigga Mike, man.
6 weeks. I'm going to say that.
You're setting the line at 6 weeks.
The line is 6 weeks.
So what Shaq is doing, he's setting the line, our DraftKicks Sportsbook line, at the summer.
6 weeks.
You don't see it lasting into the fall.
6 weeks.
Listen, man, she got shot for that.
That nigga Mike.
Mike is a fool. So, fellas, just hearing Shaquille O'Neal being a perennial Hall of Fame basketball legend, hearing him knowing that Shaq done had his run throughs with some ladies here or there, knowing that he knows the dating scene. Shaq gives the relationship up to 6 weeks. Why do most people that hear this relationship feel like that it's short, it's gonna be short lived? It's not anything lasting. This is just the news for the day. It'll be over before we know it.
That's what it is, man. Sometimes people just be having sometimes you're in there for a good time, not a long time. I don't know how it's gonna last. I mean, one thing I can say, both of them are established. Neither one of them had no kids, so they just, Klay just, having fun, man, just doing her thing, it is what it is.
I think that's one of the things, too. Like, besides Megan, who else have we known Klay for dating?
That fine-ass white IG girl, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Big-ass
Social
titties.
media.
Another white girl.
Hey, nah.
So hold on. And before y'all move, that's a good point. That's a good point because a lot of people feel like that both of them are just trying to clean up their image. This is all for PR, like this whole relationship. I mean, could it be just PR? Remember, obviously Megan been on a PR run for a couple of years now, trying to clean up her.
So what you're saying is he needs a more exciting image and she needs a more like toned down image, so they make the perfect yin and yang for each other right now.
Yeah, they both trying to help each other brand.
It could be. And like I say, I don't even really just think they quote unquote boyfriend and girlfriend. I just think they fucking around and it's cool. Like y'all both single. Shit, I ain't gonna lie.
They came out publicly and said they're an item. They exclusive. They came out publicly. Megan said it. Klay said it.
And then who knows? He been probably shooting at her for a minute. Even man, don't worry about that gunshot. I got
shooting at it was crazy.
I hold your hand.
Shooting at it was crazy.
Is it ironic that he's one of the best shooters ever in the NBA? You know what I'm saying? But
and like I said, man, I don't know. And that's like I said, that whole conversation is just another story for another. Oh man,
it's coming back. It's gonna come back. I feel like it's gonna come back. I just don't think it's gonna end well. The same thing when we kind of looked at Cardi B and Stephon Diggs.
Well, like I already knew what time it was. That Stephon kind of got a quote unquote. I don't want to make it seem like he the only one, but he just got a reputation. Look, I'm just here having a good time doing my thing, and move around. I never believed he was going to try to settle down and start a family.
You don't think she did? I think she did.
I mean,
come on, how she jumped out for the port? She jumped out.
Maybe it was to make Offset jealous too. I mean, I don't know the exact formula or what it was, but at the end of the day, Stephon ain't unscathed in it. Look,
no,
I was just hitting his rapper wife. You know what I'm saying? Having me a good time. Where Cardi was like, She had his practices. She had his workouts. She on the boat with him and his other side pieces.
Yeah,
making me look good. I benefited more from her hanging with me. You know what I'm saying?
That pink is a new drug.
She all in, bro. I feel like she was really all in. and to make it so public, like
I just do. But if you heard like even Stephon Diggs' own teammates, you know, it was they had that little interview talking about who wouldn't you want your girl around? They was laughing when they were saying it, but you know it's probably some truth behind that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, it's a lot.
Stephon Diggs, he's just a playboy nigga. You feel me?
Yeah.
And Cardi was like, you know, fuck it. It was just something to have fun with. Now, you know, it is what it is. It's been enough time. Shit, you and that nigga need to work it out. That's my opinion.
That's gonna be the best bet, I think, in my honest opinion. But that's neither here nor there. But D, what do you think? Why do you think there's people look at this and the optics just say it's not gonna last long?
First off, Shaq is on a motherfucking roll right now.
Yeah, he is.
His one-liners, but as far as Megan, man, I think Megan this is just the closest thing she gonna get to swirl meat. That's the closest she gonna get, and she gonna allow herself to get. But at the end of the day, man, it's honestly, when you put the topic out, I was like, man, I ain't know. I thought they was in business together when I saw them taking a picture. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
you know, because at the end, she has her track record, and as I heard, I don't know if you chime in to the Black Sniper, Nicholas. He does podcast. They call him.
I gotta see
his
Angel
of Death, but basically he even said it himself. He was like, he said, there ain't no way in fucking hell she got shot in the foot and then end up twerking a couple weeks later. He said, you take a shot to the foot, it's some shit gonna get missing.
You ain't gonna walk the same.
You ain't gonna be walking the same. You ain't gonna be twerking on stage. So it's just like that, a publicity deal.
You think it's all publicity?
I don't care if it lasts forever or if it lasts. Hey, man, she ain't putting money in his pocket, me or you or
big facts.
Mm-hmm. So,
big facts.
It'll be fun while it lasts. And the reason them cats don't want Diggs around them because his last name, because he gonna dig every one of they chicks out. And that's just.
They say he was sniper. Here. They did say he was a sniper.
Yeah,
they say he was a sniper.
Here, so I mean, he was in H-Town. You already know what he was out here getting into.
That's why they ain't consider re-signing him. I know they knew some stuff. It's a small city, but a big city. You know what I'm saying?
Big asses.
That too, for sure.
Well, showed up at the GM house. What is he doing here? Oh, he was just helping out.
He said y'all had a meeting.
I want him out of here.
Well, look, it's no shade, it's no hate. It's just entertainment talk. We just looking at this situation. I know me personally. It just makes me cringe. I don't know. Just me personally. I just hope it don't backfire on the young man. You know what I'm saying, on Clay. I don't see how it could backfire on her. I don't feel like he's
got their own money. So.
I think.
And
that's what I was gonna say. I think Clay.
But Clay got a lot of money.
And then that's what I was gonna say about Clay. His stature and his family.
That's what I'm saying. He come from a real up.
You know
what I'm saying?
Top echelon, so he
upscale family, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying, respectable family. You know, his dad is like a commentator for the Lakers. Is it Lakers? Yeah, because he wanted him to go to the Lakers. Yeah, commentator for the Lakers. Former basketball player for the Lakers.
The brother's
right?
a baseball player. Another brother plays basketball too, I believe, overseas. So
I mean, one of y'all said it best. He calms her down. She she shines the light on him, and that's the end all be all.
Yeah,
he remember the Steph Curry commercials when he was going to the store in a black suit to get milk.
Oh yeah, bad Steph.
Yeah, now I'm bad.
Now he bad Clay. He's bad Clay now. Yeah. He's bad Clay. All right. Enough of that. Moving on. Let's get to some good stuff. This past week, man, we had NFL training camp begin, and I am so excited about it. You know what I'm saying? And there's in the NFL, you know, we talk about it all the time. There's storylines every year. What's the next story? Will Lamar Jackson get to the AFC Championship? You know, storylines. Will the Dallas Cowboys get to the second round of the playoffs?
Not until Jerry.
The 49ers, are they rebuilding? But one of the storylines for me personally, and I'm going to let y'all kind of talk about like what storylines are y'all looking for the season. Because you know what? You know, I get upset. You know, football is entertainment. And even if the fix is in, even if this shit is fixed, I still love it. I ain't going to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to stop watching it. Like
we all played it.
Yeah, I love it. So it's a game. I understand that. But one of the storylines that's really intriguing to me is Shedeur Sanders in Cleveland, man. And you know, obviously they drafted 2 quarterbacks. He was the later quarterback drafted. They already had 3 quarterbacks on the roster. Obviously Deshaun Watson is out with his Achilles injury. He's probably going to be out for the whole year. And then they have Kenny Pickett, and then they have Joe Flacco, who's the old veteran that they probably going to come into the season as a starter with. And I'm just trying to find out, man. I'm just like, I seen the fix was in with how they did them in the draft, right? So we don't even need to talk about that. But it's just like now, like, how is this going to play out? I really want to see how Shedeur Sanders is going to play out this season in Cleveland. Are they going to be able to keep him? Is he going to get put on the practice squad? Are they going to trade him? Is he going to get snatched up off the practice squad? I don't know. So that was one of the storylines for me that I'm really looking forward to and I'm interested in. Did y'all have anything to say about this storyline? Because it was just intriguing to me because how could somebody be such a college star and be rated so high and then like the week of the draft, next thing you know, he's falling out the first round. Not just falling out the first round, but goes all the way to the 5th. And when you hear about when he got drafted in the 5th, the owner had to make the coach draft him. The owner had to make the GM draft him. And now you see he's on the team and he fighting for a position on the team. I'm just totally far-fetched about that. I see the writing on the wall. It's like they really trying to blackball this young man. But what are your guys' thoughts about Shedeur Sanders? How y'all think it's gonna play out? And then just kind of tell me like what storylines this year are y'all really looking forward to?
Man, Cleveland. Man, they just be
7 times, huh?
Man, they just try to just make some type of stuff. Just put themselves into action some kind of way, Some kind of way. Cleveland gonna get into some mess, huh? So they draft the quarterback because I'm looking at not just this Cleveland, just because like you said, he ended up going to the 5th round.
Yeah.
So this is the whole. It's not just Cleveland. It's the whole league.
It's the whole NFL league.
No,
yeah.
For 4 rounds consecutive until we get to Cleveland. So what? So why, everybody, now they upset with Cleveland for picking him when I guess they shouldn't have picked him.
But Cleveland always doing this, right? They did this with Deshaun Watson. Remember they gave him the guaranteed contract?
That's the thing.
The owner's still mad at Cleveland about that, and then Cleveland went and did this.
That's why they did this. They trying to rectify it. And to start off, first shall be last and last shall be first.
Okay. You preaching.
The shit they pulled with him was just league-wide. They wanted to prove a point to his daddy. And him,
and you're not the first. You're not the first person I heard say that he's getting punished for his daddy.
But my thing is that kid, young man. I'm sorry. He has the intangible.
He got it. I think.
And what a lot of people, everybody looks at the Cleveland Browns, the brown bag Browns. Here's the problem when you being a perennial loser all the time. You get first rounders year after year after year. So that damn team is actually in a good position.
It's got some talent. They got talent.
Is that position to come full circle, but they got some contention. You got Baltimore, you got Pittsburgh, and you got
Cincinnati.
That's another thing we'll talk about later.
The thing about that contention, that's gonna make them that much fucking better. So you gotta get better, and you got all these supporting roles around you. You just needed that one chess piece that you've been waiting for years.
So you think he's going to make the team for sure?
I think if he doesn't make that team, there's some teams that's going to snatch him up. Because it's just, he's been coached so well. They can say whatever they want about Deion and him being brash or whatever, or him being.
I thought everybody loved Deion. Well, I thought everybody loved Deion.
Obviously, the owners didn't.
Damn.
Obviously, the GM, most of the GMs in the league didn't, and Cleveland Browns GM, you said it.
I think also with Shedeur and what his dad and what they did at Colorado or at Jackson State, and then you looking at all this new revenue and streaming money and all this different stuff that's coming in. I think that was the opportunity for the NFL to regulate, the rules a little bit for their own bottom line. Coming in. Because this is new generational money coming in now. So it's like, hey, what do we do
think
here?
about it. You got some rookies made more money in college than their rookie contract. You know what I'm saying? So the game is changing. and players are starting to have more power. But I guess, like you say, I guess this the NFL coming and saying, hold on, we the big dogs.
Exactly.
We the big dog here.
Exactly, and it's like they say, trying to make sure that it doesn't get too out of hand before it even gets started.
That's what's up.
Chuck,
how you think it's gonna play out with Shedeur, man?
They got Kenny Pickett.
Get to the root. Yeah, get to the root.
They already drafted a quarterback in your same draft 2 rounds ahead of you. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to just keep it a buck. If Shedeur don't make second string, go ahead and let him go. And I think that's what's going to happen. Because let's just keep it 1,000. Shedeur done already did the humbling part, but what I don't think is I'm not finna be on the practice squad in Cleveland.
Somebody gonna snatch him
Y'all
up,
not
bro.
finna humble me like that. Now I took the hit in the draft. Y'all can have whatever reason y'all have. What's done is already done. Bottom line is I still got picked. But what y'all not finna do is be like, yeah, now we got this nigga on the practice squad too. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you still need. It's kind of like. Now, if he's just not playing good, that's another thing too. Because now I'm not out there at camp. Now, if you just didn't earn the spot,
but do you think
just didn't earn the spot.
Just you using your eye test. Do you think he's gonna be a good NFL quarterback? I ain't say great. I ain't say top 10 in the league. Do you
I think he like Damon said. I think he got the intangibles. I think he got the skill set. But we had this same talk every offseason. I might have to see you in the game.
Yeah.
I can think what I want to think. Yes, look, I believed he should have been the first round pick, but it didn't happen.
Here's what I have a problem with, because I root for him. I want to see him do well. But I don't like period where he's at in Cleveland.
So I gotta ask you this.
Not even just the circumstance, just where he's at in Cleveland. Like, they haven't made
some of the best losing organization.
Yes, they haven't made some of the best decisions, period, in the last what?
I get it. But I'm gonna ask you this. Sidebar. Who is the starting quarterback with the Raiders right now?
Geno Smith.
Geno Smith.
And he just came from my Seahawks.
Yeah.
I got a weird feeling that's gonna end up playing out.
And that was always a question in my mind of Tom Brady, your mentor. Why didn't the Raiders pick you for the quarterback of the future?
Because sometimes your mentor gotta
play it.
You gotta play his.
I gotta make something. I gotta make
this
look.
That's true.
League trying to regulate money.
That'll mess up his money.
Generational.
That'll mess up his money.
So I'd rather do a side door deal after everybody done shitted on you, and the cat is doing well in camp.
That's what I've been hearing.
Yeah, what I've heard. So it's just like, and he's not only got Tom Brady, now you got you sitting there right next to another Super Bowl winning quarterback. That's
Joe Flacco.
And Joe Flacco.
And they say Joe Flacco has been taking, like he said initially, he was like, I'm not going to be no mentor, this, and that. I'm not here to coach up no players. But they say once Joe Flacco kind of seen him, and they say Kenny Pickett felt some kind of way that he kind of like Joe Flacco kind of embraced Shedeur more than Kenny Pickett.
Embraced the nigger?
Yeah, he did. Wow. He did. Joe Flacco real. He a real one. No, but that's
I just think they just need to be like, and that's the thing. It's like just the coach, from the coach staff to the workers, from the manager to the GM. It's like they got a chance to actually probably do something pretty good with this team. But are they gonna kill themselves? Just keep shooting themselves in the foot?
Man, that division's so tough, bro. That division's so tough,
bro. The division's tough too as well.
The division's so tough. I don't see.
That's why I was like, it's scared for me to even say.
Yeah, you really don't want. You don't
I want him to start.
Nah, you really don't want him to start,
exactly.
Man. He gonna get beat up.
At least you put Joe out there. He used to the division.
Organizationally, the Cleveland Browns or the Dallas Cowboys without the money.
Oh damn. We got a Cowboys fan. We got a Cowboys fan.
I wanted to say he just saying that so the Cowboys don't only be making bad decisions. So that's what I was.
And I was gonna say this earlier when you brought up the Cowboys. Cowboys won't see a playoff win or another Super Bowl until Jerry's in the grave.
Oh wow.
I mean, that is contentious.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Or he fired a GM.
That means he got to fire himself. So
and it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna. He done said
Now we
that.
gonna win a playoff game.
He
Super Bowl.
He stuttered.
I don't know.
Like Dr.
Yeah,
Bryant.
I
I know Dr. Bryant over here,
You know what it sound like Dr. Bryant, Chuck. When Paul Pierce is like, so who you dating?
I just gotta know how they fuck up Jimmy Johnson. And I was never a Cowboys fan, but I recognize
ego. Sometimes it's not good enough to win. I gotta be the reason why we won. You know what I'm saying? And I think with Jerry Jones, you know, that's really just what it come down to. It ain't good enough for me just being in the owner's box getting the money. I gotta let boys know, yeah, it was me too. I did this, I did that. Cause you don't fire Jimmy Johnson, it changes a lot of people's legacies. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
So,
But your legacy as an owner is you brought this team from what you bought them for to now they worth $12 billion.
I think it's all about the money.
And maybe that's what it's. And maybe
I think
as
it's
a
all
Cowboy fan,
fucking genius.
and maybe as a Cowboy fan, you just have to accept the fact maybe he's just more about headlines and money
That's
than.
it.
And you know what? I can't say he does not care about winning because he has put some good teams together.
Yep.
They just shit at the team shit at the bed when it was time. They didn't have a bitch ass thing to do with Jerry Jones. You hoe ass niggas just didn't show.
Don't get him riled. Don't get him riled.
Tony Romo.
Come on, man. Come back, Chuck.
Tony Romo dropping fucking snaps.
Oh wow. Yep.
Don't remember against the Seahawks. Man, fuck, dog. Man, come on, fool. Why you have to bring that whole ass shit up, dog?
We're gonna come back to you, Chuck. We're gonna let you cool off. Tom,
Nah,
what storylines are you looking forward to this year, man?
Storylines this year.
You're a Ravens fan.
Yeah, I'm a Raven fan. Yes.
It's only
I know you got a storyline.
It's only one storyline. There's only one storyline.
That's my
I'm
big.
trying to throw you the alley,
Of
by
course,
this.
it's
only one.
We gonna finally get to the Super Bowl. That's the big.
Nah, you gotta win.
I gotta get to the AFC.
You gotta win.
You gotta win.
Gotta win.
Win the Super Bowl. Win the Super Bowl.
To get them off his ass.
I like Lamar Jackson.
You got.
I'm pretty sure he wants to win.
Of course.
All the bullshit ass up. Well, we just trying to stay healthy and take it 1 week at a time. Nah, fuck that shit, nigga. Fuck that. Yeah,
that's the whole reason
So it's
why-
Super Bowl with a bus for real.
It's
For
time
Ravens.
to think ahead.
The
Anything.
organization has done what they did, went all in, got all these players, did what we can, bring in Jordan Alexander.
You're answering your question. They did all that to do what?
to win a Super Bowl now.
Now.
Right now.
Not next year.
Now.
Because look, who
was
expected
wrong?
Derrick Henry to be this good this year besides me and probably a handful of other people? So the fact that you can still get 1,900 out of Derrick Henry at 31 years old, let's just say if Derrick Henry had 1,600 last year, that's more than enough. Then you still got Lamar.
Lamar
Nah,
had like 1,000.
close
yeah,
to 1,000.
800,
Yeah, close to 1,000
800,
last year.
800.
I ain't gonna lie,
Y'all
man.
rushing.
And then I'm looking at it from
before.
I'm looking at it from a grander scale. If Lamar win the quarterback position the way he playing it, yeah, man, that's the way he plays. That's gonna look good for the mobile quarterback coming in. You know what I'm saying?
But we talked about that last year after the Super Bowl. Is Jalen Hurts didn't cure that? Jalen Hurts wasn't good enough for us.
No.
Once again, it's the style of play.
Look, this is the conversation, and I'm pretty sure Damian kind of wanted. I'm
Let's
pretty
go.
sure if I say it, okay, and it's gonna sound ignorant, but people gonna understand what I mean when I say it.
Go ahead.
I love Jalen. I'm glad he won the Super Bowl. I didn't really, him and that Cam Newton shit, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But I just hope Jalen continue to be successful.
Oh, this nigga getting political.
Nah, because what I'm about to say,
I think I know what you finna speak, huh?
Come on, I want to hear this.
when you look like a nigga like Lamar,
That's what I'm
that
trying to
represents,
get
you know what I'm saying? Because Lamar got
He ain't
that.
clean cut. He ain't polished.
And there's nothing wrong with
He ain't unapologetically.
and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not so. This is no negatives against Jalen Hurts. I'm just saying what it looked like from a
pretty
nigga like Lamar
motherfucker.
on how Lamar plays the quarterback. Look at all the black men that won the Super Bowl. You got Doug Williams, clean,
Warren Moon.
good brother. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, do his thing. Didn't want to rock the boat. Russell Wilson, another clean cut brother, not trying to rock the boat.
But
you know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts, another. But Lamar. He that nigga from Florida. He got that look, got the gold teeth,
got the grill.
got all the quote unquote stereotypes that you see. But He goes out there. He don't get in trouble. He a family man. He's a beautiful representation of the organization.
But how he looking where he's from, though.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, man. I think the hood want to see a nigga like Lamar win it. That's just really what it boils down to.
That's what I'm finna speak on. I think the hood. From, it's two different type of black quarterbacks.
And then being from Baltimore, and then that city in particular.
Listen, it's two different type of black quarterbacks.
Chocolate City.
So you got that one black quarterback, right? He gonna do everything, listen to the coach, he out for the team, right? And he play a certain way. It's very textbook and fundamental, right? But then you got this other black quarterback that's kind of,
Willie Beeman.
For some strange reason, when he get in there, it's butter, it's sauce. It's like, it's the seasoning all in the pot when he in there. And it's the way he playing. He showed how to even take that and win it on a big scale and consistently. But one thing, like y'all,
he's probably one of the most winningest coaches too.
Is just getting through that playoffs.
Well, here's the thing with that. 2 years ago, my bet in Vegas for a Super Bowl contender, even though I'm a Seahawks fan, it was an all-bird Super Bowl. Eagles.
I wanted that too.
Ravens. I put $1,000 on that happened.
Yeah, lost money.
And I sat there and watched that fucking Kansas City game, and I watched Lamar. Wasn't Lamar Jackson at home. I said somebody made a fucking phone call because ain't no way in hell.
He pulled the Cam Newton Super Bowl.
Talking about the AFC game?
The AFC Championship. Yeah. That's what they would. They win that game.
But he didn't look like himself.
Somebody made a phone call. There's no fucking way Pat Mahomes and that team goes into Baltimore and do what they did.
At the bank that year.
Man, look here.
I
know what you're talking about. The score was 13-7.
I was pissed off watching that game because when I saw him pull it down one time, he only had a safety and I think outside linebacker to beat. And he's looking to throw the ball. I'm like, this ain't you. And some of the mistakes he made, I'm like, nah. That even on your worst day, you ain't fucking up like this.
Yeah, I remember that day because that was the day that Brock Purdy came back.
So what about even last year's playoff game against the Bills?
Huh?
What about last year's playoff game against the Bills? How you feel about that? That game.
He played good.
He played good.
He played good that game. The tight end screwed him.
You don't have your Pro Bowl receiver too.
Okay, so you basically want him to be that quarterback, that motherfucker that was on John Elway's quarterback. When you get the ball to him, he just running all over the field. Ain't nobody.
No, I don't say he got to do all that. I'm just saying it's just the style of play showed you that he can't win. Like before Lamar Jackson, honestly, it's VY for me. VY really showed us that you can win versatile. VY showed us.
Mm-hmm. I wish him and Jeff Fisher could have worked that shit out because that was the one. That's the one I thought was going to do. You know, that's.
But now we haven't. Once again, none of these type of quarterbacks have gotten, like you said, to the big dance and won it. So that's the only thing we're facing, like getting up to that big dance and winning it, just winning it.
It's coming because I've wanted him, even though I like Jalen. I wanted him.
Now what
Chuck
about
said.
now? We got some other guys like what's about the one from Washington?
Jalen
Daniels.
Yeah,
you know the fucked up part about it? We forget Pat Mahomes is black.
No.
They should have making the stallion.
I done said all these brothers, but I didn't know the one nigga that got 3 Super Bowls. He got 3 Super Bowls. Look. We can claim him.
Hey man, I can't claim him.
I mean, I put it like this.
You gotta play Patty.
Look, I don't do
Patty
the whole.
got the new cut.
Look, I don't
Patty,
do the whole.
you seen the new Patty cut?
Patty
got a little fade.
I don't do the whole I don't do the whole he black he mixed thing.
It's when he married after all that.
Now his kids, that's a different story. But he is a brother.
I'm talking about.
Oh man,
he is a brother.
Oh,
I just.
And I ain't gonna lie. And it just shows you how we is as black people. We talk about all the brothers that we just ain't the one dude that got 3 Super Bowls because he's quote unquote biracial.
Biracial is
No. I
Damon don't like his gal.
I don't like him marrying. I don't like him marrying a white woman.
Because his gal.
Because of her interracial marriage in particular, just her. In
well,
general.
no, in particular, because my thing is, if we did our history, like I said, I went from all white, minority white high school and went out to South Carolina. I mean, brothers, we hung out with each other.
That's not where you from, though, bro. You from White House,
I
Texas.
get it, but my thing is, look at their history that them in particular, a white woman is more dangerous than a white man to me in this country. Cause, and I don't understand.
She can say something, have allegations, and yeah.
Well, I mean, she could want that black meat all day, get it, and then turn around and say that nigga raped me.
And that triggers white men.
So the history that they've done to us, I just be looking at these cats like, bro, the moment she call you a nigga, you gonna put your hands on her, and now all your money's gone.
See, the fucked up part about that is,
look at Tiger.
I know more black.
RG3.
I know more, and I'm talking about in my real world. I know more black girls that done accuse niggas of doing that. And maybe they got the playbook from them. I'm not saying they don't. Maybe
I ain't even have to say it. I don't
so I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not oblivious to what you said. It's true. But I think I don't want to make this whole more black woman accused than more white women. Bottom line is this, and this is just really what it just boils down to. For whoever you fall in love with, vet them properly. Make sure they in there for the right reasons. Don't be a quote unquote fetish. If it's just a fun thing, just let it be a fun thing. Because I know a couple of partners that went to SEC schools. They said they said the black girls was cool, but the white girls they knew where to be. They knew your stats. They some of them white could put you in positions to work at this car dealership or this that. Because when you go on some of these college campuses, y'all been I ain't been a D1 athlete, but I've heard the stories. Yeah, these they already got the white girls in position,
but they were groomed to do that.
Yeah, and look. And every partner of mine that came back from, whether it was La Tech, whether it was LSU, whether it was Oklahoma State, whether it was Alabama, they all, A&M, UT, they all told the story. It all started saying some fine, thick ass white, because they know what brothers like. One of them Serena Williams built ass white bitches, you know what I'm saying? that you ain't used, that your Harlem Clark ass ain't used to seeing, that your dead end ass ain't used to seeing, that your Trinity Guard ass ain't used to seeing, that your Mo City. Well, if you went to Elkins or Dulles, I'd have seen some thick white.
I'd have seen some.
So you know what I'm saying? We knew what they looked like for a bit. Okay. But the bottom line is, so when you go out there and you see this and you see how they treating you, it kind of like, you know what, damn. This is actually kind of dope. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they get you.
I think I never. I think
take a trip to Clemson.
I think I never really like. If it weren't for college, I probably never would have. I never would have dated a white girl. If I wouldn't have really been in the vicinity. Well, I went to Dulles. We went to parties or whatnot, but I never really like.
But you was at what, McNeese?
No, I went to Northwestern State, and then I transferred to Louisiana College. So this is like Central North Louisiana. So I mean. You're an athlete out there. You're a star. They don't see nothing but athlete. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, weekends be slow. Everybody go home on the weekends, man. No. But any other storylines? Anybody?
You know what they say? Tyrod Matthews retired this week.
The Honey Badger, man. Shout out to the Honey Badger. He retired, man. Congratulations, man.
I remember he was a wild card when he first got picked up.
Yeah, he fought through a lot, bro.
Nah, that boy had to have a handler. What type of grown ass man have to have a handler in college? Because that's how wild. That's how wild.
Nah, he was addicted to weed. I don't know too many people addicted to weed, but he was addicted, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, you ain't gonna lose your job over it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm also never gonna apply for a job to require piss test either. True. None of your fucking business what I do. Piss in this cup for what?
That's how he kept on. That's how he kept on. For what? Yeah, that's how he kept on getting jammed up. Man,
weed the only thing keeping him choking the shit out your ass.
They don't even test for THC no more.
I heard about that.
Yeah. Y'all niggas care more about weed than health benefits, but that's a whole different conversation. Now they looking like, put that weed down, nigga.
I think he's won a championship on every level. I think college,
NFL, and he won that first Super Bowl with Kansas City.
And then he was to be a little nigga, but they had the biggest heart out there.
Hey man, the Honey Badger.
And then I don't know a person that made the All-Decade team that ain't in the Hall of Fame. So
I ain't know he was a 3-time All-Pro.
3-time All-Pro, All-Decade. He'll probably get it. He'll get in. He'll get in eventually.
That'll be a testimony. That's a testimony, bro.
Former Texan. Who else?
He played for a lot of teams, bro. The
Saints, Arizona, and then Chiefs, Kansas City. That's where he got his ring. Okay.
Yeah. So he played for a lot of teams.
Congratulations on a great career.
Yep.
Yeah, 12 years, man, to make it 12 years. So shout out to the Honey Badger. Congratulations on a successful career.
Was a big fan.
So let's move it on. Let's move it on to another sport. So the WNBA just had an All-Star game. I don't know. Did y'all miss that? Y'all missed I missed the All-Star. I didn't even know it was an All-Star game.
I missed it.
You missed it.
I
I didn't even know it was an All-Star game.
They did a tribute.
Like no cap, no
Yeah,
cap.
please,
Like
sorry.
really, I'm not even lying. Like this is not my acting
I think I was
skills.
cutting the grass or something. I don't know what the fuck was going on.
Well, this All-Star game,
I was watching my daughter.
Well, I did have my daughter that weekend too. I did have my daughters that weekend too, as well.
Family man.
Yeah, I had my daughters that weekend. So they just had the All-Star game, and so obviously the WNBA is coming up on the collective bargaining agreement deal, and so they are calling themselves protesting, and they wore shirts in the warm-ups of the All-Star game that said, "Pay us what you owe us." All right, and fellas, I just. Let me give some stats before I ask this question. Okay, one thing that I did not know is that they said that the WNBA has not made a profit in the last 30 years. But on top of that, they said that when the NBA started and when the NFL started, they didn't have a profit for the first 40, 50 years. Okay, and also too, let me say this too before we go further. I also want to say that the NFL Players Union, when they CBA split, I think between the owners and the players, they split the revenue. I want to say it's either like 55, 45, it's somewhere around there. 50, it's close to 50-50. And the NBA is 50-50. And then in the WNBA it's 91-9. Did y'all know that shit? 91-9. So I'm gonna ask this question because as we know with Caitlin Clark and Angela Reese. Angel Reese. Is it Angel or Angela? Angel Reese. Angel Reese. They've really given some excitement and give a bump. You know what I'm saying, to the WNBA, and so they've got a new they got a new TV deal that's worth like $1.2 billion, and then they got a bump up in merchandise too as well. So let me ask you guys, how much do the league owe the WNBA?
Bring back the comments. My bad, but I think they should pay the girls a little bit more, man. They should break them off a little something. Times are changing. They giving college kids more money. Get them a little bit more money.
And let me say this. Let me say this too, because I feel like I feel like a lot of people, when they hear them saying that they pay us what they owe, they're saying that they want the same amount of money that the NBA players are getting paid. I don't think 50-50. I don't think that's what they're saying. But 91-9, I mean that's tough right there. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough right there.
Money,
you know what I'm saying? So, but just keep that in mind as you answer this question. How much do you think they are owed?
Fuck them up.
Damn. Straight like that.
No. I just had to get that out because it was just because of one of them girls, dog. I forgot her name, but it's not Angel. It's not Plum. That bitch get on my nerves. Yeah. I see why Darren Waller left your ass.
She too hard,
like
bro.
just bitch, shut up. You know what I'm saying?
She too hard.
And I don't feel like that about the rest of the women because I guess it's like this. When it really boils down to it, I don't give a fuck about them girls playing basketball that much. I'm not finna act like a fake fan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can't even talk about the WNBA with somebody trying to make it racial and political and all that.
Have you been to the game? Have any of y'all been to the game?
I ain't been to the game since the comments.
Bring back the comments.
And then, look.
The comments will save the league.
Hey, this comment
That was
helped
our
me get a
Golden
whole
State
lot
with
of.
them.
Look, bro, like
help me
y'all.
out.
Really? Okay.
Y'all don't give a
4 rings.
Okay.
It really just irritates me though, dog.
All the pretty looking dykes.
And then that's another thing, man. Don't nobody.
Okay, that's a good one.
You know what? I don't want to lose no sponsorship, man. I ain't gonna say that part, man.
Man, I'm gonna just say it like this.
They need me too.
I'm gonna say it like this. I just feel like it's gonna be an upward battle for the WNBA because it's just not a likable product. Like I don't know what it's gonna take to make this product.
And the thing about it is, you can't call us sexist or nothing like that because.
Women don't support them.
We all love women's college. We all love women's college basketball. Yeah. So you can't say, you know what I'm saying? So you can't say you just don't want to see. Nah, but I love watching.
You feel like this product is inferior to the women?
Yes.
And then,
but you're supposed to have the best of the best athletes. How is that?
I ain't gonna lie, fool.
How's the sport like?
That shit work for the NBA, but I ain't gonna lie. I think you kind of beat the FIFA. Gino coach circles around over here, man.
Ladies flag football is like taking off right now.
Ladies flag?
Like, yes, the girls flag football is taking off. Right now. It's
I'm
taking off.
I've only been to a full 11-on-11. Oh,
nah.
They be lighting,
I seen it. I like the flag.
Damn.
The flag is cool. The flag is cool for, because just like the WNBA,
And then the thing about it is, like, they try to use the racial component, like back in the 80s when you had the Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, but it was still a good basketball product being played from what I wasn't born in the 80s, but I remember my dad, he watched Magic like most black men back in the Gap. He actually went to the finals when the Rockets and the Celtics played in the championship one year in the 80s. Him and my uncle, they went to one of the games. You know what I'm saying? RIP. And to both of them actually. Yep. But just to really just be all the way 100 about this WNBA shit, then I'm gonna give it back to y'all. Like, I'm glad. But my thing is, the women, they want the attention that the men get, but they don't want to deal with none of the scrutiny. Like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, I know y'all are seeing the money of LeBron and all them, man, but do you know how many people talk about LeBron on a daily basis, bro? Like, going back to Kelsey Plum, dude literally was waiting at the hotel just to get your autograph. You called that dude weird, and why you don't think this weird? I'm like, bro, these are fans, fool. He was like, bitch, you lucky somebody asked him, you lucky somebody want your funky autograph, ho. You know what I'm saying? Sign that shit. It ain't like, look, you wasn't busy. It ain't like you wanted to walk. Like, you ain't had nothing to do. You just got off the bus. It was only one fan waiting. Don't act like it was just a plethora of dudes. Don't act like paparazzi.
You was overwhelmed.
He was like, hey, one mic, please. It wasn't none of that. You know what I'm saying? It was just one dude who happened to watch the WNBA that fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You should have been more nice to that dude, fool. And I personally feel like that, bro. Like shut up. You know, Caitlin Clark, she's brought attention to the WNBA, fool. Like, it is what it is. And y'all got all the things y'all want. Y'all getting charter flights now. Yeah. Y'all money's going to start to go up a little bit. Y'all actually getting talked about.
Y'all getting more money now y'all are endorsing
y'all getting talked about in the A block. Y'all just used to get that highlight before the ESPN top 10. Now y'all getting talked about in the A block. Yeah. And you hoes still complaining, bro. Like, goddamn. It's just so, if it's up to me, shit, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Asia Wilson, and probably about 3 other hoes. The rest of you hoes don't deserve nothing yet because it ain't turned a profit. But the faces of the league, I'll break them off. The ones that's actually generating and the real revenue, whether you like Angel Reese or not, she's bringing eyes to the screen. Whether you fuck with Caitlin Clark or not, they bringing eyes to the screen.
Really, it's all just Caitlin, bro. She the cash cow. Because they say even while she hurt.
But you know, if you say that, you a coon. You know what I'm saying? You can't.
I just look at the facts. I just look at the facts. I just look at the facts. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie. That's another one too, fool. Yeah. I think RG3. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
We talked about the wives. Of,
I ain't gonna lie, fool. Like, y'all can feel however y'all want to. But once you talk about my and I like Ryan Clark to a certain degree. But once you brought my wife into it, nigga, like, I don't give a fuck how you feel about it.
Who brought somebody's wife in it?
Hold up. But Ryan didn't really say nothing bad about the wife.
Don't mention my bitch at all. That's the point.
You saying don't mention
my thing at all. That's like me talking. It's like kind of like when people talking to you, yada yada woo about whatever, and then you be like, shit. If them kids had a better father, no, they're not talking about your kids per se. But why you even bringing up? Why you even say what my? Why is kids even coming out your mouth when it's related to me? Okay. Just like you got a problem with me. And this why you even mentioning my wife, my nigga? You got to just stick with me, bro.
But what Ryan
stick with me, fool.
It's kind of like what we were speaking on when we talked about certain quarterbacks, black quarterbacks, when they have a certain type of wife. That's what he was speaking on. That's all he was speaking on.
Don't he have like a wife? Don't he have a white baby mama?
No. Ryan Clark got a white baby mama. But you know, that was weeks ago. I ain't trying to rehash that. You just said RG3 just kind of triggers. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? WNBA. Shut up, let it play out, and I leave $40 on the dresser. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, if y'all want to send me some WNBA merch, go ahead, bro. I'll take it out.
Now to your point you was talking about earlier, now if the comments come back, I will be fully invested. Fully invested.
All right.
Oh.
Right.
I'll follow that up.
I will follow it up. Honestly, our first question, who is Kelsey Plum?
She wanted to play.
That's the point I'm making, bitch. Niggas don't even know who you is around this hoe. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't even know who you is, bro.
Yeah. And the thing that secondly, with when it comes to that, I would tell, and we touched on it last time, when it comes to professionalism, dude, take the emotion out. This is what you do.
Business.
You play basketball so these young girls and dads and whatever have the experience of coming to watch you play as a WNBA player.
But they are ladies, Chuck.
And I've seen.
I'm just saying
What's that?
they are ladies, though. You know, Chuck.
But you're doing this for a fan. You're not in college no more. You can't get paid college money, your NIL money, if you're that good. Okay. When you a professional, you got to damn step up and do professional shit, even if you don't feel like doing it. Stuff like that. As far as that percentile you gave, hell no. That's like you a comedian, right? That's like the club, the promoter saying, "Hey, we got you, we promoting you and this and that." Mm-hmm. Oh, but we're gonna take 91%, of the door. And you're gonna be looking at them like, you're gonna take 91% of my fist.
Yeah.
But
no, it was like you say, you gotta maintain the professionalism. Like, you know what? Your house, your rules. But I think I'm gonna go seek an opportunity somewhere else. I ain't gonna bad you. But
are y'all saying? But that percentage is like that because, like you said, they refuse to want to engage more with the media. Like
No, that percentage is like that. That percentage is like that because they ain't been bringing no profit, bro. So that percentage is like that.
A lot of them not bringing no profit is because they don't want to engage with the media as much.
No, it's not a likable product.
Taking they got to take all this emotional shit out of it. Stick to the game.
Yeah.
Make it likable for, like we talked about, Coppers come back, we're going to see the comments. I still don't understand why that left. So, but at the end of the day, we all were sweating at one point. We all bust our ass to perform and get better and get opportunities that will come from our performance. If they're focusing on that and they're saying, hey, we want to at least a better revenue share. They're owned by the fucking NBA.
Yeah, and the NBA
a money press.
Yeah, the NBA cover their losses.
So it's just like continue to give us a better product.
Got a point.
And that actually will. It has to happen because you can't. And what y'all were talking about, breaking off more to the actual faces. That's great, but guess what? You're going to fuck around with a strike on your hands because now the rest of everybody, they're going to be looking at stuff. And then they're going to be trying to hurt them in game and be like, well, shit.
Yeah, because now you're looking at they secondary on these teams.
They count, they pocket watching. You done caused a pocket watching frenzy because you paying this group of people more.
And we getting 100,000.
And we just, we practice too, motherfucker.
And this is sad reality, and this is me being serious for real. The WNBA, another thing y'all got to understand is, to your point, D, if y'all do have a lockout, this ain't the NBA. This ain't the NBA where we just couldn't wait to have basketball so they knew they had to work something out. This ain't like the NFL. The NFL, you notice, they ain't missing like basketball. I remember that one year, basketball season didn't start till like December, but we got some basketball. Yeah. The NFL, boys gotta have their week one. That's like therapy for most Americans, and they don't have no color. Black, Hispanic, white across the board. Yeah. We want all week. I don't give a fuck what y'all got going on. September week 1. I need to see the Thursday night game. Whoever the fuck it is. WNBA. I promise you, if y'all have a lockout. They got the Law and Order SVU marathon ready. We don't give a fuck. We're not gonna give a fuck. Because if y'all go missing, look, I'm not gonna be. Look. It's gonna be like this. Oh, they back? Cool. I'm not gonna be campaigning for it though, because I don't really give a fuck about the WNBA. So the fans that y'all do have, the shit that y'all do have, y'all better work it out. Because if y'all go on the lock, I'm just being real with you ladies. Look, I'm not telling you not to fight for what you think you're worth and all that, but you better find another way to do it. Because if you sit down and you out of sight, out of mind, the vast majority of the Americans are not gonna give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, look at all the other.
Y'all got to figure it out.
All the other leagues that try to come up with the NFL, like the XFL and the USF, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, ain't nothing gonna beat the top dog. You know what I'm saying? So if they're thinking that the world will be lost, and the tough thing about the NBA is they call themselves was trying to get in a space where it was a slow time of sports, where like baseball, picking up. You know what I'm saying?
And it's still slow though.
That's what I'm saying. Basketball will be picking up in October because their season don't start till like October.
Because I don't pay attention to the Astros till about August. You know,
but still, you got some people that's some diehard baseball fans. They're gonna tune into baseball over WNBA. They're gonna tune into basketball over WNBA. They're gonna tune into the NFL over the WNBA. So it's like they in a pickle. They really, like you say, they really have to be careful, bro, because they can call themselves trying to bluff the system, and they could be out of there.
And some people
Back to overseas. Some
people enjoy soccer too. So
you right. So we hope they get it sorted out. At the end of the day, podcast, all we care about is the comments. Okay, so we just gonna say that we're very biased. We just want the comment back. We was winning too. 3 in a row. 4 in a row.
Championships.
4 in a row. Man, bring back the comments.
Tell you don't listen to Mo City Don, nigga.
I don't. Not lately.
Houston to the Rockets. I 4-peat like comments.
Don't do me like that, Chuck. Don't do me like that.
Mo City. HG4. Come on,
HG4,
baby.
man. I'll do better next time. I'll be ready next time. I didn't think Tom was gonna tell us to bring back the comments. That was clutch. But just let's get to our last topic. Last topic, fellas, and we'll wrap it up, man. We've been having a great show. Barack Obama, he came out on Michelle Obama's podcast, and he had some interesting insight that he shared and how he felt about certain things. I'm gonna play the clip, and then after that, we're gonna run down our thoughts on what Barack Obama said.
I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't outlawed, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this. I had
All right. Barack Obama, he says on this podcast, on his wife's podcast, that he think that boys should have gay mentors. Fellas, I'm gonna say this. My thoughts and my opinions on Barack Obama is twofold. I'm not gonna lie to you. When Barack Obama first came out, Barack Obama was all about change. He was all about hope. He was all about family. He was all about marriage. He was about bringing this country back from the recession that we was in, and I bought into that Barack Obama. When Barack Obama got into office, you know, certain things and topics and views that he wanted to push, I really was against. He wanted to do same-sex marriage. He really opened the door for that, and he opened up a lot of different laws for the LGBTQ. And you know, it's a lot of rumors and speculation. A lot of people feel like that he's low-key gay or whatnot. But this message that he said, you know, Barack Obama has a very powerful voice, you know what I'm saying, for the image and the thought of Barack Obama. Fellas, when y'all hear a man like that, you know, that we hold high regards in the black community, says something like that, what are your thoughts on that?
Man, I don't know why, even before what you said, when you played the clip, I don't know what came in my head. I was like, he not gay. He just got, gay tendencies.
Oh, he like Puff. He like Puff. He just like to put a little cum on his nipples. Oh, okay.
But that's how I felt about the whole conversation. And then it's just, that's a sticky situation, man. I don't know. I've had my own personal situations with certain gay men, and that's, I kind of, when I say that, I mean like that. Explain
it.
Just meeting with gay men and interacting at work or in life or whatever like that. I kind of, you do you, fear. You do you, as long as you ain't come at me like that, we good. That's it, and keep the distance. That's it. But I don't never like.
You ain't come on you,
huh? No.
D, talk to us, D. Like when you hear this rhetoric that Mr. Barack Obama says, what's your thoughts, bro?
I have to be honest with you, and it's gonna sound contrary to what most of y'all probably think. I've had my own encounter, not with a professor, but I used to hate, like completely hate the existence of gay people.
Okay.
It wasn't until I was 28. Had a conversation with a guy who was married, 60-year-old man, married, had 2 kids, yada, yada, yada. We sitting, we walking on this, we out in the country. It was at this ranch or whatever, walking, talking. And he tells me, he said, yeah, well, you know, I'm thinking he's just rough and tough dude or whatever. And he's talking about his family. He's like, but you know, from the age of, since I was 18, man, I was gay. I'm looking at him.
He's 60 now.
My fist starting to ball up because that's how naturally I just had.
He got you in the woods?
No, we were all. It
Oh,
was
okay,
a
okay,
whole
okay.
group of guys. It wasn't nothing like that. He'd still be in the woods if that was the case. But my thing was the man actually talked to me and told me what his deal was. He was actually from upstate New York. From the age 8 to 18, his neighbor molested him. So I know a lot of them cats, they come from backgrounds like that. A lot of them choose to do it as a fad and they want to test. Those people, I don't really, but it was the whole thing. I was just like, you're inhuman to me, it's nothing to me. That shit, God says wrong, it's wrong.
These people.
But that's what it taught me. Look at them like the human they are. Because they're human just like we are. We hate when crackers always, you know, demoralize us. We 3/5 human. All this bullshit we done been fed over the course of our parents' lives and their parents' lives and now us. But he taught me like, all right, respect this person as a human.
Yeah.
Make sure it's a line drawn.
That's
Don't cross that. So I can't really say Barack was wrong for that. I don't agree with you just making an umbrella statement. Not everybody's kid needs to be exposed to it. Look at going back to basketball. Look at what happened with in Miami.
D-Wade.
Yeah. You let you and your previous mother of your kids be exposed to some woman that, to me, I ain't. She's a whole nother story. But she was taking that kid to gay private raves at like 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You talking about Gabrielle Union?
Yeah.
Nah, it ain't going there.
That ain't. Yeah, it's a certain.
You ain't old enough to make that choice.
But I don't think the mama had no.
The mama was against it.
She was against it. Yeah, she was against it. She had
You went against the mother's
will
and let this woman who ain't
his
mama or their mama expose them to this shit at such an impressionable age. So what he's talking about, it has to be a maturity level, in my opinion, to be able to say, hey, this dude actually got some knowledge that he could teach me. Maybe how to be more, because I was angry as hell at the time. So that actually taught me, all right, I got to calm my ass down. I'm almost 30.
Yeah.
The shit that I wasn't able to control, I can't control. And it's past. But that type of shit, I was just like, all right. Now, I don't agree as you. You know, it was great to see a black man get into the office. I was like, let's see what you're going to do. And then when we finally saw, I was like, yeah. It's a wash, you know.
But this is and when you said something that really stuck out to me, you got to cross the line. You got to draw a line in the sand. And I feel like you said, his statement was just so umbrella. Like, there needs to be some parameters on that, brother. Like you said, exposure for a kid's mind. And he's saying that even though he had a professor when he's in college, he's saying he think that boys.
Yeah, that's why I don't agree with that.
That line right there, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you crossing the line, you know what I'm saying, to where you're trying to expose kids to sexual things and that they don't need to be exposed to. Because the kid's gonna be curious, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be curious. I mean, think about it. You tell a kid don't do something, you turn your back, they doing it. They trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why, me personally, I disagree with the statement because I just feel like, okay, bro, kid's mind ain't even developed yet. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? I had a client got upset with his son. His son was like 16 years old, and he was like, I don't want to do this no more. And his dad told him, you can't say what you want to do. Your brain ain't even developed yet. You don't know what's best for you. You know what I'm saying?
As my late uncle used to say, they play with my daddy. Boy, your nuts ain't even died.
They ain't dropped yet. They ain't even dropped yet. You know what I'm saying? But Chuck, we're gonna give it to you, and we're gonna wrap it up after you. What you thought about the statement?
What did it matter if he was gay or not? You could have just said I had a professor that just put me on game. It was kind of like you have to have a. It's kind of like you have to have a gay person in your life to give you perspective, and I don't necessarily agree with that sentiment. Now, if you happen to be gay but have some good game, you know what I'm saying? I can hear you. I'm a grown man, you know what I'm saying? I can hear you what you got to say from an intellectual level. Just because, you know what I'm saying, you like to get bent over don't mean you ain't got no knowledge. You feel me? That's your business, what you do in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? like I'm just keeping it 1,000, bro. What you do is your business.
Right.
So I don't even know. I don't even really understand the relevance of why you had to mention that. You know. And then the thing, especially like with the stigma of young black men, like why are you encouraging young black men to have a gay professor? Now, the only logic I can probably see, because if you worked at any of these middle schools and high schools, boy, if you a gay black teacher or if you a gay sub and you come in that classroom, you know how when we had foreigners in the 90s, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That was the
Hello, my name is Mr. So-and-so. Fuck you there. Spitballs and everything else in full effect, bro.
Who threw that paper?
Yeah. Sit down. You know what I'm saying? But let you come in there and you be a gay dude and you in the classroom full of black kids, bro. I've witnessed it, dog.
Yeah.
They are vicious, bro.
I already know.
So the point I'm making is, maybe, you know, when a black dude come in, you know, if you want to try to teach kids, you know, not to be too hard on them, or, you know, just all because he's gay don't mean he's a human. Like you say, just humanizing a person, that's one thing. But just forcing it like, oh man, nah, man. You need this person, but you make sure you got this gay person too. If he can give you this, nah, bro, you could.
That's what I'm saying. Chuck, I come from some uncles that was like, look, we ain't no person around here. Don't come around here with all that.
See,
man,
and you know, we come up from the era where, you know, our era, we're more, I'm not gonna say sympathetic, but we're more open-minded.
Yeah.
I think anybody born before 60, they don't give a fuck about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know my mama, she can't even, every time one of them HIV commercials come on and them two men holding hands, she changed the channel. You know what I'm saying? She
diabolical.
Like it just, like she don't have a problem with gay people. She just don't want to see gay shit. You know what I'm saying? Bro, my mama quit watching TV shows because she seen two men kissing. She's like, I can't fool with that. You know what I'm saying?
I've done that too, though. I was like, this is too much for me.
Turn it off.
It's too much for me.
But you can watch people selling drugs, and you can watch people doing this. You know,
it don't hurt my eyes. All right? Don't hurt me like that. I can look straight in and like that.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, man, because I love power food, but I used to be like, God damn, man, why y'all just can't do the two dudes kissing, then it just fade to black and we go to the next scene?
Nah, they gotta have full on love, make it scene.
Do we gotta take the wife beat out? Why these two niggas got baby on, man? Like, why do I got?
We know why now.
Why y'all gotta be this graphic, man?
Puff on the set. Puff on the set.
And I ain't gonna lie, man.
It was in New York.
Now that y'all bring it up, now that you bring it up to close it, what's more fitting? Pause. You know what I'm saying? The verdict's already, we ain't talked about that. The verdict already came out. What you think they're gonna do? I mean, not the verdict, but I mean, 3 or 5 of the count.
The verdict did come out, the sentencing.
But I'm just saying, but the big joker, he wasn't found guilty of.
Yeah, the sex traffic.
Somebody got some duffel bags already.
Oh, or information is still being held. If y'all know, if y'all give me these 20 years, these tapes coming out. Because by that point, I ain't got shit to lose. So, yeah, I believe.
I don't think, but
we never know. We never know everything. Let me just say that.
Facts. I just think that just on our side, just not using no assumption or conspiracy theory, I just feel like it was just a weak case. Like just watching,
that
it
part
was a weak
too.
case. Like even down to the witness that you had against Puff, you would hear their testimony, and their testimony would help Puff. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, damn.
Yeah, y'all just kind of made Cassie look
a lot of things. Then
y'all
you
made Cassie look like a burnout on that stand.
Yeah, bro. And then when you seen the pictures of the cocktail that was thrown in the car, man, that shit ain't burned. I thought the car blew up. It was like you burned through the little roof, which was like a what you call those roofs?
Molotov? No, rag top.
Rag top roof, yeah. It went through the rag top roof and on the chair, and it like burnt up like the arm console. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of the seat, but it wasn't really like I was like, oh man, y'all really blew this up. When you hear the story, oh man, they blew up his car. I'm like,
basically what you're saying is $500 deductible would have fixed it.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. A $500. If you got good enough coverage, full coverage, that would have fixed that, man.
Who is this horrible ass arsonist that
rookie? You know what I'm saying?
Don't burn the motherfucker. Just
send a message. Just send a message. You know what I'm saying? On sending some message stuff, man. But fellas, it's always a privilege. It's always an honor to share some time with y'all, man. This is At the End of the Day podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe. I want to say that again. Oh, right here. Right. Tell me where to look. Right. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Fellas, we out.
Already.
Peace out.
Thank you.